Gondor is no longer the power it once was. Its borders still stretch wide, its banners still fly, but its strength is fading. In the western fiefs, that truth is no longer distant. It is being felt. To the southeast, Haradrim warbands cross the borders, striking without warning, vanishing before any true response could be made. Villages burn, roads become unsafe, and Gondor is forced to commit men where it cannot afford to lose them. Along the coasts of Belfalas, the corsairs of Umbar stir once more. Black-sailed ships linger beyond the horizon, never landing in force, but never leaving. Their presence alone is enough to hold entire garrisons in place. And in the east, Osgiliath endures as it always has, a city in ruin, where orcs slip across the river under cover of darkness, not to conquer, but to remind Gondor that it is watched. Across every front, Gondor is stretched, not broken, but thinning. And in the mountains above Eric, deep within the White Mountains, the stronghold of Durs Eric stirs. The mountain orcs, long scattered, long divided, are gathering, not under a great banner, not yet bound to any single will, but drawn together by something older. Opportunity. They move now with purpose, strike with intent, and when they find weakness, they do not hesitate. To the north, a force sent from Minas Tirith marched to reinforce Calembel. It never reached the city unchallenged. Ambushed on the road, harried and surrounded, the column was forced into a desperate fight for survival. The cost was heavy. Men were lost, formations broken, and what remained was no longer a cohesive army, but the mission was not a failure. Against the odds, the beacon was lit. The warning carried across the fiefs, and Calembel now knew what was coming. What remained of that force, wounded, exhausted, fell back not in order, but in survival. They reached Calembel, but they did not return as an army, only as survivors. Further west, another force of Gondor made its stand. At a ruined stronghold chosen not for its strength, but for its strategic position. With too few men and too little time, they held for as long as they could. Calembel sent what aid it could. Reinforcements marched, hoping to break the siege. But they arrived too late. The ruin fell. And though the reinforcements were not destroyed, they could not hold the field. Driven back across the river, they retreated to the outskirts of a nearby town, disorganized, diminished, and pursued. To the east, the warband that struck the Minas Tirith column remains strong. Its forces gather beyond the river, watching Calembel, waiting. They do not rush the attack. They do not need to. The force that took the ruin presses forward, driving Gondor's scattered soldiers before them toward the town and beyond. And with every step, Gondor's position worsens. And so the next moves are made. In Calembel, Gondor prepares. The warning has been received. The cost is understood. Resources are committed. Forces reorganized. What remains of its strength drawn inward. Not to win the war, but to survive what comes next. In the mountains and across the captured lands, the orcs tighten their grip. One force waits, and another advances, both preparing for the moment to strike. My lords, creating an entire world can be challenging, but with the help of a collaboration with Hexton Hills from Gravenguild, my dreams were made manifest, from fantasy to sci-fi and everything in between. If you would like to print an entire world of your own, I've left the links in my description. I'd also like to give a massive shout out to Tom Romain and the entire dev team of Dawnless Days. Not only did they create the most amazing mod for Attila Total War, which is a complete Lord of the Rings conversion, they were the inspiration for these videos, they also gave me access to and permission to use their amazing UI overlays. This is in direct response to the feedback from the last video where I used a little bit of AI. There's no more AI. I also want to give a massive heartfelt thank you to Luke Tobin, who very kindly helped me by printing a lot of these resin hex tiles while my resin printer wasn't working. It's this kind of incredible kindness and collaboration that makes it possible for me to do these massive projects. I stupidly forgot to put this thank you in the last video. Sometimes in the rushing around and doing the channel and working full time, I forget about these things. So if anyone's helped me and I've forgotten to thank them, here is a massive thank you to you.
My lords, if you are enjoying what you're seeing, and I indeed do have your favour, would you do me a favour and like, hype and subscribe? In truth, my lords, I am at your mercy, and at the mercy of the whims of the algorithm wins. And I would move mountains for these legends. These are the Vortexians, the people that keep this light on, the lights on in general. They're the Patreons, basically. If you'd like to support this channel in a much more money type way, then you can follow the link in my description and help me. I spend all the money back into the channel on things like maps, big ones, and paintbrushes and all sorts, and end up with no money anyway, but please help me, please. Now let's get back to the thing that you actually clicked on and you prefer to be watching.
The Orc army that captured the ruins now stands in wait to attack a Gondorian town, its garrison, and the army that defends it. Will the Orcs gain another crushing victory, or will Gondor defend its territories? Meanwhile, in the forges of Durs Eric, a war pit is being constructed and an agent of evil has been recruited. An order is given to all Orc warbands to begin their plundering of the lands of Gondor. Calembel begins construction of a fief mustering hall and strengthens its economy. Calembel now stands as the centre of Gondor's defence in the region. Its walls still strong, its garrison reinforced, but threatened. To the east, a strong Orc host waits beyond the river, its strength unbroken. To the west, another force drives Gondor's survivors before it, closing the distance. If these forces converge, Calembel may not withstand the blow. And so, for the first time in this war, Gondor is no longer reacting, it is bracing, because what comes next is not a raid, but a reckoning.